or Zanemar or Zanemar. I might not have a good microphone, but I do have a big heart, so if you can tolerate the audio quality, then welcome. Today I want to talk about absurdism. This is completely unscripted because I wanted to have a conversation with you and me, just casual, so I don't expect any good quotes or miracles or whatever you want to come out. Okay? Cool. Absurdism. So what is it? Absurdism is a belief, is a physiology, what's it called? Philosophy. The philosophy that life is, the purpose of life is meaningless, and that it's just irrational. Or what is it? That's wrong. So let me look at the definition. So okay. The definition, according to the wiki, is absurdism is a philosophical Absurdism is a philosophical thing. I promise you can say that word. A theory that the universe is meaningless and irrational, and that the human search for meaning creates conflict with the universe. The way I think about it is that life doesn't have a meaning, it doesn't have a purpose. Because, think about this, right? It's been many generations of a billion of people, and no one has figured out the answer. No, I get it. Maybe we're not smart enough, because maybe this is the craziest answer. Or maybe the hitchhiker was right, and you can't really find a purpose unless you're asking the right question. But even so, right? Maybe we can't understand the right question, or we can't understand the answer, right? We know it, we just can't find it or whatever. But even if you give a baby Latin, the baby will probably be able to mumble something, right? And I guess you could compare this to people are finding purposes. They find purposes in serving others or something. But I don't know. To me, I think the universe is a living thing. Not that it breathes or eats or anything much. It's more think of a garden. The concept of a garden, it's a noun, right? It's not a living thing. Though nouns can be living. A garden is not living, the concept. But if you go to a garden, you see all this plants and flowers and crops. And that is what makes it living. So a garden, the concept is not living, but in action, being filled with life makes it living, if that makes sense. Similarly, I think the universe is a living thing, where there's so many working places and living things around it that fills up the space to make it alive. And I think the universe makes a lot of intentional actions with a lot of unintentional consequences. It kind of just recklessly does stuff in other ways. So my take on absurdism is more, there can't be meaning if what the universe is doing is not intentionally full of meaning. You might be asking, why things like this? Well, I've been abused, and there's always been the question of why. Why am I being abused? Why are my friends being abused? Why is my generation? Why is it just anyone abused? And that search for that why, of what is the purpose, it's very just, I don't know, it eats at you, I guess. You know, like, it's a heavy thing. Why would the universe, why would someone do this? Especially, like, as someone who's kind of forced into Christianity, I'm thinking, why would a man do this? Why would God do this? I'm not Christian anymore, I'm an atheist, but, you know, and so for me it's freeing to think there isn't a why. It just happened. The universe did an accident, or more likely did something intentional. It didn't mean for the outcome. So yeah. So I guess my takeaway at the end of the day is, you believe what you want to believe, okay? I'm not going to judge you. Why would I? I think it's really cool to have differing opinions. That's how conversations are started, much like this one. But if you have the same opinion, that's really cool too. I mean, we can talk more. So yeah, I guess I just want to talk about this because I find it an interesting topic, and I want to do more of these, like unscripted Tuesday videos, because I think they're fun to do. So yeah, sorry that did not answer my question a lot. Now I'm not sure any of that reached you, or if it made sense at all, or if you can even understand me, but I hope you get something out of this. Whether it's like, that person's an idiot, or if it's like, oh, that sounded cool, or maybe it's like, I'm gonna research what absurdism is, because that person did not explain it, you know? No matter what you take out of it, place or not place, like, I hope you took something out of it. I hope you like, yeah, I can make words. By the way, my plan is to make one of these about every other Tuesday. So if you wanna do the subscribing action, then go ahead. If you don't, yeah, I get that. As always, I'm Zanemar, and I wish you a lovely week. See ya.